So we're actually going to go ahead and look at this story. It is about a Ecuadorian football player. Okay, he had intruders come into his house. It was him, his wife, and his 5-year-old daughter all in the house. Okay, intruders came in, kidnapped the daughter and the wife. Now you may say, "Oh man, that's so crazy. It must be terrible." It is. It is definitely a terrible set of circumstances and situation that took place. Now, you may say, well, yeah, let's get into the story. Well, here's some controversy with it. Apparently, the husband, the soccer player, the intruders came in to get him specifically, but then in turn, they took the wife and child because they couldn't find him. Alex, well, how couldn't they find him? Because he was hiding under the bed and they were interrogating the wife and she didn't want to give up his position. So they went and took the kid and her instead of him because he was hiding scared under the bed. The man of the house, the protector, your king, is hiding under the bed. Meanwhile, his 5-year-old daughter and wife are being kidnapped. Y'all, let's get into this story. Let's go ahead and look at it. It says soccer player's wife and 5-year-old daughter kidnapped by intruders as he reportedly hid under the bed because he was terrified. Ecuadorian soccer player Jackson Rodriguez's family has allegedly been kidnapped. Okay, according to multiple sources, Rodriguez told police that his wife and 5-year-old daughter were abducted from their Guayaquil home. And it says the defender told the police that he hid under the bed in his home on Wednesday morning as men broke into the home at 3 a.m. They were searching specifically for him. The athlete told the authorities he heard the intruders questioning his wife about where he was at the residence. And he didn't think to come out. And no, okay. Rodriguez told police that he looked out the window following the abduction and saw that the individuals were traveling in a gray colored double cab pickup truck. So after his family were kidnapped, and I'm assuming even assaulted too, because I mean you have to forcibly take them out. Okay, so after all this happened, you were waiting for the door to close to then peek out of the window and say, "Oh, are they out? Yeah. Okay, now I could go and call the cops." People has reached out for update but did not hear an update, but did not get back to immediately. The kidnapping occurred 10 days after Ecuador declared a state of emergency in 9 areas throughout the country, including the Guaras province where Guayaquil was located. Authorities have blamed organized crime groups for the uptick in violent deaths and abductions. All right, it says Guayaquil is considered a major port and drug trafficking hub in the region. In March, a gang attack in the area left 22 dead. Okay. I do have a little bit more about this. And it says over here, it says the victims were found to be safe, and says the kidnapping is part of the disturbing pattern targeting soccer players in Ecuador. Okay. In December 2024, another Ecuadorian soccer player, Pedro Perlaza, was kidnapped but later rescued by police. This event comes amid a surge of violent crimes, as I mentioned before. Now, what? Aren't you supposed to be the leader, the protector of the house? And I'm sure that's what you've told her was, "Oh, I'll protect you." I'm sure he never said, "Well, you're the leader of this house, woman. Okay? I'm going to just be sitting over here and be a princess." I'm sure you gave off, "I'm going to protect you," some ish goes down. And then some ish went down and you did not spring up to action. And I know people gonna be like, "Oh well, why he gotta do this?" Is his wife and child. This isn't some random lady on the streets. This is your wife and child. I would assume that maybe you would care about their safety. So you said, "Well, I was hearing them, interrogate her, but I mean, I was scared. I let them just take her. I mean, what was I supposed to do? I don't know. Maybe get up and be a man. I don't know. I mean, this is your wife. These aren't random people. This is your family. And you didn't think maybe I need to get up and do something? Even if you got shot? Something? Or stabbed? Something? Let's see what some people in the comments are having to say. Someone said marrying a protector is just as important as marrying a provider. Yes, yes, yes. So they took the man of the house, which was the woman, okay? Sign those papers, sis. These men that want you to submit to them. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not saying this is how he is, because this is, but all I'm saying is we hear a lot of stuff on these podcasts. We hear a lot of people targeting a certain group of people out here. Okay. And then you hear stuff like this, because we have all this alpha. Alpha energy. I'm the provider. I protect. I'm masculine. And then when push comes to shove, you're scared. You don't help out your wife and 5-year-old daughter. I guess I'm a little confused. I say definitely, girl, learn some self-defense. Learn, I don't know how the gun laws are, but learn some knife fighting or something, okay? Because he ain't gonna help you. Okay, some ish goes down again. He ain't gonna help you. Someone talking crazy or something like that, and he ain't gonna do anything. He's already proven that. Not even something that's in the outside in the streets. His house it's not even geared for safety. Not saying like, oh, well, anyone's house get broken into. I'm talking about, do y'all have do you got a bat by the door? Is it by your bed where, okay, let me get up. Boom. Where are y'all sleeping? Because you said, I'm assuming you heard a noise. And if this was 2, 3 in the morning, if y'all weren't already asleep, I guess I'm a little confused. So the 5-year-old was up. So that means that you must have already hid. Meanwhile, she was probably trying to get the kid, and then they got her and the kid. And you just, well, I was scared. I mean, what was I supposed to? I didn't know. Let's continue with the husband like this. Who needs enemies? Thank you. Get from under there, baby. They're looking for you. Thank you. Cause no. 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 Now I don't know if I will be up here. Oh, he under the bed, but I come back because they could have died. Okay, let's keep it real. But I come back. Yeah, we're divorcing. Oh well, but baby, what? Judge, just read the news article. I don't even need to say anything else. Judge gonna be looking like, yeah, all right, let me go and sign this. Psh, divorce. Because what? Let's continue. Dang, this is worse than a rat. Yep. The head of the house is under the bed. A lot of people don't understand the actual demographic here. This is by definition a terrorism situation. He knew they wanted him for the money. It sounds like they're targeting all football players in the region. Perhaps they knew they wouldn't do anything to his family. His pride aside, a man is going to want to protect his people, but we aren't in his or her shoes to know why. Meanwhile, women in the comments trying to tear him down. Well, here the thing is, tear him down and their baby daddy won't even fight for custody. Now, here's the thing. That whole second part was irrelevant because this is a man who's married to his wife and his wife and child lives with him. So that doesn't make any sense. But, and you all are together. This is a family. This isn't some broken home. This isn't one person over here with the kid and then share cut. This is not that situation. But here's the thing. If you knew that they were targeting football players, would it not behoove you to make sure that your house is safe, right? Not just locking doors, but maybe putting some wood on the window so that so you can't just jimmy it and open it up, right? If you can't have a gun, because I'm not sure how the gun laws are, but if you cannot have a gun, then would it not behoove you to have a baseball bat right in the daughter's room? Even though she's 5, Let's say, you had to go and tend to her, whatever. Needs to be one in every room. Okay, one of those good ones, not one of those little plastic ones. We want one of those metal ones that you drop on the floor. It's like, yeah, we want one of those. Okay, would it not behoove you to go to a, I don't know what y'all got over there, but for us, a sports academy, a Dick's, something like that? But wouldn't it make sense to go to somewhere to go and get some protection? And if you got a knife, go and put a knife, glue it somewhere, so that now you have things that are easily accessible. So then now you don't have to go to your kitchen because now you have something in here. Maybe you have a taser that you make sure is, charged up each time so that the husband, he comes out and then he swings as much as he can. And the wife, she's swinging, and maybe give the little 5-year-old the taser to do something. I wouldn't do that, but you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you make sure that if you know that this is a common occurrence or something that's happening more often, would it not behoove you to make sure that your house is safer by having certain guards in place? Or if you got money like that, maybe you hire somebody here and there, whatever the case may be. Something like this. Would not that make sense? So you knew you had a target on your back. You still said, well, I mean, they're not going to kill my wife. Who's to say that? All you need is one guy to say, F her and that kid, and then off them. Then what would then be the situation? His husband hides under bed, scared. Meanwhile, wife and daughter got abducted and murdered. You know what I mean? As opposed to husband fall off, intruders or something. You know what I mean? Hiding while they steal your wife and kid is crazy. Batman couldn't beat that information out of me. So the wife didn't give him up, but yet he gave them up. Because all she had to say was, he's in this house. He's under the bed. But she didn't do that. And then you just was like, well, okay, she didn't give me up. Go Queen. She's a real one. Meanwhile, you still, y'all. Oh, no, honey, they found us coming out from under the bed. Yeah, that's not a protector. Okay, that's why I be saying people be throwing these words around. They don't be knowing what these words be meaning. Because they'll go and be like, oh, I'm a provider. To me, and if you can't do it, I understand. Just get with the person who understands that, okay? But you have people be like, yeah, I'm a provider. Well, do you pay for all the bills or majority of the bills? Any kind of other debt you got, that's your own business. But I feel like this, if you could pay for the rent/mortgage, to me, that's provider. Okay, because that's a huge chunk. And if she takes care of the water, the gas, and I don't know, some groceries, and y'all split date night or whatever, to me, I would say that goes in category of provider. But then you have to, I don't do that. So then you can't pay a light bill and say you're providing. I'm sorry, that don't count. Okay. And then it's like, oh, protector. But then something like this happens, or they'll be like, well, what if someone breaks in? Okay, well, we see when someone broke in and it didn't work out. Okay. But I've seen it even other times where someone will go in, a woman is just minding her own business. Dude said, hey, give me that number. She said no. And then they want to go and beat her up or, do some other stuff on the trains. If y'all know what I mean about that story that happened a few years ago. And then dudes are just watching. I mean, come on. Let's try to make a little sense. Yeah, dang, man, you could at least kick one of them. Yeah. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about this story down below.